Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. And oh my God, do we have a lot of news lined up for you guys? Juicy news lined up. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fight between David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano, Orni and the Romano. Who is telling the truth? Both have this particular saga of Osimhen to Chelsea or Osimhen to whoever pinned on their profile. So they're doubling down. They are not letting go. We've got one hand, David Ornstein saying that Chelsea are potentially looking for a swap deal with Lukaku going to Napoli and Osimhen coming to Chelsea on a loan. And then we've got Fabrizio Romano and Marzio saying, no, none of this loan stuff is happening. Obviously, we've also, I don't know if you guys have seen the news from comments from Osimhen's agent coming out and also saying that no, these are all fake news. So look, Ornstein is not known for dropping bombs, and they're fake bombs. Now he's generally on the ball. So first time I'm seeing a clash between Fabrizio Romano and Ornstein. But let's check out the entire saga, what's happening. Earlier on today, ladies and gentlemen, UK time, early morning, David Ornstein dropped a massive bomber, and it goes something like this. Napoli in ongoing talks with Chelsea to sign Romelu Lukaku, while discussions between Napoli and Chelsea also taking place about move for Victor Osimhen in opposite direction. Lukaku would be permanent. Osimhen season-long loan plus buy option. Oh my God. Tantalizing news from Mr. Orny, who generally makes us all nice and horny. We'll see whether he keeps us nice and hard and horny on this one. But I don't know, man. This whole thing that Ornstein dropped, it seems too good to be true. Lukaku going to Napoli, excellent. Look, that makes sense because Antonio Conte wants Romelu Lukaku. That's his number one choice. Thank you so much, Antonio Conte. And for the first time, I can say thank you for Chelsea Football Club for having a player like Lukaku who we can dangle around to get Osimhen. So from that perspective, that Lukaku wants to go to Napoli, that is realistic, that makes sense, and that is true. Now, Osimhen coming to Chelsea, let's make a few things clear. Osimhen does want to join Chelsea. Ex-players like John Obi Mikel, Didier Drogba, they're also trying their level best to get Osimhen to Chelsea. Osimhen, however, apparently has a personal term agreement with PSG. However, PSG are not budging because they don't want to pay excessive amount of money for Osimhen. Osimhen also apparently is known to have said, and we're going to go through the news, that he's not compromising on any of this salary. He's on good wages in Napoli. He expects to get paid more. So this whole season-long loan, as great as it sounds, wow, that would be so good. Season-long loan and a buy option. And we're going to go through what Ben Jacobs has said. That buy option becomes only an obligation if we get into Champions League. And then there's questions about how much is the loan fee, who pays the wages for the loan. For me, look, it seems like a 10 out of 10 situation for Chelsea, and it seems a bit too far-fetched. Even though the news is coming from David Ornstein, like this scenario, it would be a golden scenario if we can somehow manage to send Lukaku there, get Osimhen on a season-long loan, get some sort of discount for Osimhen if we do make it into Champions League for that buy obligation, and then get some discount in regards to paying his wages on the loan and pay a small loan fee as well. So look, it seems to me a bit too far-fetched. Now, this is what Ben Jacobs said. Chelsea are in talks with Napoli over Victor Osimhen, whilst Romelu Lukaku has already agreed to a pay cut and a 3-year contract to move to Naples. So that makes sense as well. Lukaku going to Napoli, he's going to take a pay cut. He's not going to get the kind of pay he's getting at Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea don't want to pay the 120 million plus release clause, but are keen on Osimhen should the structure change or price drop. Loan with option has been discussed, as David Ornstein called. Also understand Napoli have raised the loan option into an obligation should Chelsea qualify for UCL. It's just, for me, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true, but all the news is out there. Now, off the back of all of this, bad boy Marzio, Italian stallion, the Italian playmakers, the Italian journalists came into the field because they're like, hey, Osimhen plays for Napoli. We should know all the news in regards to Italian clubs. We should be the journalist, Italian journalist, that's going to deliver the bomba on this news. So Marzio came in and said, Napoli wants 70 million plus Lukaku rated 30 million, so approximately 100 altogether. I think his release clause is 120, so there is a bit of a discount there, because at the end of the day, Napoli, they're stuck in a very sticky situation here, because they thought they've got a huge asset, which they do with Osimhen, but now they're in a bit of a mess where Chelsea hold the cards in terms of Lukaku, and Napoli only wants Lukaku because Antonio Conte only wants Lukaku. So which gives us leverage in this particular situation. So they might have had to drop that 120 million to this 70 plus 30 million scenario, which already a 20 million discount. For the operation of Osimhen to Chelsea to happen, it will not be a loan as reported in England today. Ooh, Marzio having a dig at Ornstein. Now, furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, breaking: Osimhen's agent Calenda denies loan move for Victor. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. You best believe Fabrizio Romano is got Calendra on speed dial, because Osimhen's transfer saga is one of the biggest ones in this particular summer window. I read about fantasy exchanges. Oni in the mud with Victor as if he was a package to be delivered quickly. This package is the top scorer of the third Scudetto in the history of Napoli. Respect and stop fake news. Oh my God, Mr. Ornstein. Sorry, not Marzio, Mr. Ornstein. What do you have to say about this? I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably take Ornstein getting dunked on. What on earth? Wow, what's going on? Yeah, it's popping off. Man said, respect my client, please. Oh my days. Ornstein is being cooked. So look, what Ornstein said, honestly speaking, it seems a bit too far-fetched. It seems too good to be true. Like, if Chelsea are able to land that, look, if Chelsea get that done, Ornstein's going to look like a hero. But there's so much news now coming from Italy, and agent news as well from Osimhen's agent. I don't think it's going to be that easy. A loan deal, season-long loan, and then a buy option. It just seems a bit too crazy for me. Osimhen doesn't want to go on loan with an option to buy. An obligation is not considered a loan. There you go. So what Fabrizio Romano is saying is that if there ends up being an obligation stuck to that loan deal, it's not really a loan, is it? It's essentially a transfer move. So at the end of the day, Osimhen doesn't want a loan, season-long loan. If you want to buy me, come and just buy me straight up. None of these season-long loan and then there's obligation, because on a season-long loan, who pays the wages? Who's going to pay the wages? Chelsea going to try and squeeze out from the wages here, and Osimhen don't want to take a pay cut. He's on good wages at Napoli right now. He only wants an increase. Osimhen to Chelsea is nothing imminent. Won't happen tomorrow. Won't happen Thursday. It's early stages. This is from Fabrizio Romano. And before we get into the next player. So look, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to this entire saga. You got Ornstein talking one way, you've got Fabrizio Romano and Marzio and Osimhen's agent talking in another way. Let me know your thoughts. Me personally, I didn't think it was possible, because it's too difficult. I still think Lukaku to Napoli is going to happen, because Napoli only wants Lukaku. So from that perspective, I'm very, very elated and excited. But Osimhen to Chelsea, it's still very difficult financially, from a transfer fee point of view, from a wages point of view, all very difficult. Even on a loan, like, who pays all the wages and loan fee, how much it is, and looks like Osimhen doesn't want to entertain that. So let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to that. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, another bombshell literally dropping in the last half an hour. More on Conor Gallagher and Atletico Madrid exclusive story. So earlier on today, Fabrizio Romano dropped the breaking news that Chelsea and Atletico are in direct conversation for Conor Gallagher. Atletico Madrid they've penciled down Conor Gallagher as their primary transfer target for this window. And it makes sense. Conor Gallagher would fit Atletico Madrid to the team. And for Diego Simeone, the way they play, Conor Gallagher, if there's a player that fits exactly what Atletico Madrid wants to do, that's Conor Gallagher. So he dropped that news earlier on today and literally 30 minutes ago saying that understand Atlético and Chelsea are close to reach full agreement on fee around 35 to 40 million euros, add-ons included. Deal depends on player side and terms now, so hopefully we can find personal terms agreed for Conor Gallagher. Atlético want Conor as priority, but timing will be crucial. Look, I hope this gets done ASAP for Conor Gallagher's sake as well. My man, you're not going to play for Chelsea Football Club. They want you out, and you're not going to fit Enzo Maresca's style of football because we're going to play a lot of possession-based style, and you're going to have to be very astute on the ball. Atleti, however, they're not so keen on possession all the time. They love off-the-ball work rate. They're a counter-attacking team, a supreme counter-attacking team, and that fits Conor Gallagher amazingly. And Atletico Madrid, they're no Mickey Mouse team. If anything, right now as we speak, in this current condition, he's going to upgrade from Chelsea Football Club to Atletico Madrid. It's an upgrade at this stage of our life. So, and Atletico Madrid, they're a big team in La Liga, man. You know, they're going to be there and thereabouts challenging for the title. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but they're no mug. And for me, Conor Gallagher, it's a big club. They're in the Champions League. You're gonna make a name out of yourself if you perform well, which I'm pretty sure he will. He's gonna do well. So hopefully the personal terms can be done for Conor Gallagher. Hopefully he's not too stubborn about it. That I just want to stay in London. I don't want to move in him. It's a good move, you know. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Conor Gallagher versus Jude Bellingham. It's Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. Like, his name is going to be out there fully. So hopefully this gets done. Enzo Maresca, at the moment, Conor Gallagher will be back with us at Cobham. He will be in Cobham in the next few days. If the transfer window is open, anything can happen, not only for Conor, but for all the players. So, look, it kind of feels like he's not really in the plans for Enzo Maresca, and it makes sense. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Fernandez news popping off as well. Obviously, he's back with the squad. He's in the preseason tour now. It's been a couple of days that he's been back, and there's apparently was some tension, and all of that tension now has been squashed. And it goes something like this. Ben Jacobs, Enzo Fernandez is back in training with Chelsea, having immediately apologized in person after returning to Atalanta. He'll make a meaningful contribution to an anti-discrimination charity. Chelsea will match this via their foundation. Reece James and Axel Disasi involved in talks representing player voices. So look, ladies and gentlemen, there's no more. There's nothing else. I think Enzo Fernandez can do in this situation. There's nothing more Chelsea can do. It's time for us to all move on. It's time for the players to move on. He's apologized, and I believe Wesley Fofana, he's put another Instagram story of him and Enzo and everyone. I think they were celebrating a goal last season. So hopefully things have moved on. And we need the team to be together. We cannot have the season coming up where there's a rift inside the dressing room. We need players to be together. There has to be a level of camaraderie, and that's the only way we're going to succeed. If players feel divided, they feel animosity towards certain players, then it's going to be a problem. So look, he's already apologized, in person to everyone. He'll make a meaningful contribution to anti-discrimination charity, and Reece James and Axel Disasi have also, got in on the act and spoken about all of this as well. So I hope now that is the end of that. Enzo Maresca, to be honest, we all feel very comfortable. Enzo is back. He had a chat with all of us to clarify there were not any bad intention. The lads all accepted since last night. Everything was like before they were together, all laughing, normal situation. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We now need to move on. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Maresca in regards to Ben Chilwell, Chile is left back for sure, for sure. So already Maresca stating that I don't think he sees him as a LCB permanently, and I don't think he sees him as a left winger, and I don't really think he sees him as an inverted player. He's a left back, and that's what it is. I see him as a left fullback. Chile's situation is a bit delicate in terms of trying to find a solution for him in his position. Delicate in terms of finding the right position for him. So you can already tell he's a mismatch. He's a misfit at the moment. Trying to find a position for him means we're not sure about you because you can't invert. You can't properly play LCB. If we want to deploy you as a winger, you don't have the attributes of a winger. And we don't essentially have a fullback position. Whether we do down the track, I don't know whether Enzo Maresca will change the style around, but this is good. This is direct conversation, direct comments from Enzo Maresca stating that this player probably needs to go. And honestly, Ben Chilwell, start looking for a club, 100%. Much like what's going on with Conor Gallagher, much like what's going on with many of the other players. Similarly for Ben Chilwell, I think it's time to find a club and really move on because you're not going to get game time. It seems like even Enzo Maresca doesn't know how to fit you. So it's time to go. Let's see any final stories, any news coming up on PYS's page. Enzo on Instagram. Nice. Some of these players and Instagram stories, man. I don't know what. Yeah, I really don't understand what's going on. But anyway, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about in regards to Osimhen, Ornstein versus Fabrizio Romano, in regards to Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, Ben Chilwell, the lot. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.